More than 40 years ago, one of my next guests was a part of the group of prosecutors who would have put Richard Nixon away had he not resigned first. And now 17 of those Watergate prosecutors have come together to write an op-ed saying Donald Trump has met the criteria for impeachment. And joining me now is former Assistant Watergate Special Prosecutor Jill Wine-Banks, along with Ryan Goodman, co-editor-in-chief of the Just Security Online Forum. This is a super panel. I'm really glad you guys are both here. Jill, this is a piece of the Washington Post op-ed that you were one of the co-signers and the creators of. And it said in 1974, it was a group of Republican senators who put national security interest over party loyalty and informed Nixon that his conduct was indefensible and would compel conviction by the Senate and removal from office. We hope the current Senate would similarly put honor and integrity above partisanship and personal political interest. That's a hope that you can have, but do you believe it will happen? Mitch McConnell is already signaling to his donors that he would be the place where impeachment would die, that he would kill it in the Senate.
Well, I still remain Pollyanna, and I can remain aspirationally motivated to think that it could happen, that facts will matter, and that as the American people, as polls are showing, are turning against the president and starting to believe that he should not only be impeached, but that he should be convicted and removed from office. I think that that will ultimately affect the Republicans who know that if they stick with him, it will be like having a very heavy anchor tied to them and that they need to take some action. I think it's important to note that in the letter that the former Watergate office people signed, Phil Ackabara was a Republican until the election of Donald Trump. He voted for Nixon twice, but believed in justice. And I think that that's what people have to see, is that the facts matter, and that in this case, we don't have to keep investigating. There is enough right now on the public record. And unless there is something that we haven't seen and that Donald Trump is hiding that counters that, there's enough evidence for crimes, but you don't need a crime. You have impeachable offenses. You have a danger to American security. Ambassador Yovanovitch made very clear the danger to America. And I worked in Ukraine at a time when it was extremely corrupt. And so I completely understand the help that the State Department provides to American business, to doing business in Ukraine, and how important it is that Ukraine, under a new leadership, eliminates corruption and not the fake corruption that Donald Trump is trying to manufacture.
Yeah, and on